Okay. Let's talk about the Bob Marley lyrical genius. Just
Mm.
studying the lyrics of the icon, Mr. Marley. What led you in that direction to kind of do a deep dive into Mr. Marley's content?
I'd always imagined that I would do that. I mean, there's an incident that I write about in the book where when I was about 16 or 17, um, Marley's album Kaya was released, and my brother was a great record collector. My older brother, he used to collect a lot of records. So I used to break into his room because he locked his room to just play his music, right, while he was at work or wherever he
Hmm.
was. And First came across Kaya and then Exodus and a few of the other albums, the Mali albums. And I remember at the time I was studying English literature. So I was in school, in high school, and being fascinated and struggling to understand poetry, understand allusions, metaphors, all the kind of things that are there, and sort of working my way through it. And then I come across Marley's album, and I can see on the jacket notes the lyrics: misty morning, don't see no sun. I know you're out there somewhere having fun. There is my mystery I just can't express while you give your more to receive your less. The power of philosophy flows through my head like a feather, heavy as lead. And I'm going, whoa, this is this is poetry. I'm applying everything I learned, everything that I've struggled with in my classroom, reading Hopkins or reading
Hmm.
John Donne or reading T.S. Eliot. I'm applying the same principles to this song, this lyric that is sitting in front of me, all the metaphors, the allusions, and yet it's home. It's like part of who I am. It's the street I'm living in. He's talking about First and Second Street. He's talking about places in Jamaica, in the place I'm growing up in. And that was a light bulb in my head for me, because then I could realize that this singer was also clearly a poet, an interesting and a complex poet speaking to experience. So from as early as that, I always regarded the lyric of the reggae artist as speaking to what I call an aesthetic that would shape me as a writer and as a thinker later on. So when I came to the point where I thought, one of the things I began to notice is that people thought they knew Mali, especially people in the States and so, but didn't know the lyrics, really didn't understand the lyrics because they had no context. It hadn't been sort of opened up for them to see what he's actually doing and the genius of the thing. So I set about to prove that and to make the case, and so Lyrical Genius came about. I mean, that's your good sort of your utility belt book on Marley. If anything you want to know about a Marley lyric, you can just open it up and you begin to understand it. You understand the place it's coming from. You understand what he's doing poetically. You also understand what he's doing philosophically and its contribution and so on. And I think he's one of the great writers, the great artists that have come in the world. And I don't think it's accidental that wherever you go in the world, people know who Bob Marley is.